In this guide, we'll walk through how to allocate and manage resources in AWS. When you create an account in AWS and log in to the dashboard, a space is automatically created and every space is initially assigned a preset resource profile called default. The name of the space is displayed in the top left corner. In the bottom left corner, you can see the resources allocated to your space and their current usage. AWS supports two types of resources, on-demand resources and spot resources, which we'll explore in more detail shortly. Within the limits of the assigned resources, you can create multiple projects and deploy services for each project. Deployments may fail if the allocated resources for the space are insufficient, as shown on the screen. In this case, the issue isn't with the deployment itself but with the number of services the space can support. Let's resolve this by adjusting the resource allocation using an admin account. In the operations system, navigate to the Spaces page, where you'll see a list of spaces created in the connected cluster. Now, let's update the resources for the team space we just viewed. There are two ways to change resource allocations. First, apply a predefined resource profile. Second, adjust the resource values individually. AWS provides a variety of resource settings, which are broadly categorized into on-demand resource settings, spot resource setting, general settings such as team size or custom domain limits. In this guide, we'll create and apply a new resource profile instead of adjusting resources directly. To create a new profile, go to the Resource Quotas section in the Settings page and click Add Profile. Start by providing a name and display name for the profile. When creating a profile, you don't need to configure every field from scratch. You can choose an existing profile as a base and modify only the necessary fields. For on-demand resources, the most commonly updated fields are CPU, memory, and disk. Let's double the values for these fields. Max CPU defines the maximum CPU resources that can be allocated to a single service. Max running specifies the maximum number of services that can be created in the space. Since this value was insufficient earlier, we'll double it as well. The node group field allows you to specify the node type in the cluster. Since we're primarily using on-demand resources, there's no need to adjust this field. For spot resources, you can configure similar details, including node groups. If your cluster doesn't have any spot nodes, AWS will automatically use on-demand resources for deployments instead. Spot resources can also serve as labels. Services using spot resources can be deleted in bulk from the operations system. We'll demonstrate this feature shortly. In the general settings, you can configure parameters like the number of custom domains that can be connected, and the number of team members that can be invited to the space. If you set the domain field to 0, no custom domains can be connected. The Max Projects field defines how many projects can be created in the space. Once the profile has been configured, save it and apply it to the space that was experiencing resource shortages. Let's confirm the profile was successfully applied. As you can see, the name of the profile and its resource values have been updated correctly. Next, let's test the Spot Resource Bulk Remove feature. On the Spaces page, you can monitor the resource usage for each space. Currently, there are services using spot resources in 2 spaces. To view all deployed services, go to the Services page in the sidebar. To delete only the services using spot resources, return to the Spaces page, click the Settings icon for the space, and select Spot Resources only. You can also remove all services, including those using on-demand resources, if needed. We deleted resources space by space. However, you can also delete all services using spot resources across all spaces in the selected cluster. In the Services page, where you'll see that only the services deployed with Spot resources have been removed. Deleted services are displayed in a stop state on the dashboard, and you can easily redeploy them from the Services page. This guide covered how to manage resources in AWS. For more detailed information, check out the documentation. Thank you for watching.